Hello, good afternoon everyone. In continuation to our last session, I will be con- con- discussing this critical point in UV spectrophotometer analysis. Now, what are these critical points in UV spectrophotometer? First thing, before doing starting of the analysis, check for calibration status of UV spectrophotometer. It should be calibrated and the calibration date should be within the due date when you are doing the analysis. How it is going to help? This will help to check whether your instrument is capable of giving you the readings or not by doing calibration. Means it is suitable for use before calibration. Now, what else is there? Cuvette, which is in 1 centimeter size. Those cuvettes should be clean enough before taking up the analysis. Third point, whatever solvent or diluent you are going to use it. If it is organic solvent, see to it you are going to use spectrophotometric solvent, grade solvent. There are different grades available like LR grade, which we call it laboratory reagent, AR grade is analytical reagent, HPLC grade, which is basically used for only HPLC analysis. GC grades are also available for GC analysis. Such way, UV spectrophotometer reagents are also available. Why to go for this? Because if you are going to use LR grade reagent, some contamination or some impurities may interfere with your analysis, which may give you erroneous results. So go for ultraviolet spectrophotometer reagents for taking samples in UV spectrophotometer. Now the second one is you are going to prepare a dilution. You are going to use pipettes. You are going to use flask. So same way what I told you, go for A grade apparatus which are already calibrated before use, where again the errors are minimal. Errors are considered into dilution and the marking is done on the flask. Same way for here also, colorless solution you have to go for a lower meniscus. If it is color solution, go for upper meniscus. When you are using a pipette for dilution, if it is 2 ml to 50 ml for example, so if it is colorless solution, go for a graduated pipette having marked 2 ml, so you can take exactly 2 ml and then do the dilution. If it is thick solution or a colored solution, go for a washable pipette which is up to 1.8 and you can wash it till the tip by diluting with solvent. So there you can minimize the error. Now one more addition to this is you are supposed to take standard most of the time with UV for sample reading. You are supposed to run standard simultaneously. What is standard means? Standard is known purity of same material. For example, paracetamol, if it is a sample, you are supposed to take same paracetamol with known purity which is already analyzed, traceable to the NIST or international standards. Thus, this type of working standards you are supposed to run simultaneously by preparing same dilution what you are doing with the sample and running both the solutions simultaneously in UV reading. Take the standard reading, take the sample reading, and you are supposed to calculate. Now, other than this method, there are in some of the monograph they have given even percent, as I explained in last session. What is even percent is? The even percent is 1% concentration of your paracetamol. In this case, we call it paracetamol at 257 nanometer in 1 centimeter cell. That cell size is 1 centimeter. His reading is 715. Now, if you go by this, that means you have the standard. You don't have to prepare the standard. But now, how you are going to consider standard in this format? When we say even percent is given, that means the solution of 1% solution concentration and the reading is given in the pharmacopoeia. No need to run standard simultaneously. But how you are going to consider standard reading into calculation? That we'll see now. In this case, when we say 1% solution is giving you 715 reading in 1 centimeter cell at 257 nanometer, what does it mean? 1% gives 715 reading. Now it is not possible for UV to take such a high reading. So what you are supposed to do it? Go for a dilution. How you will dilute? If 1% is giving you 715, that means further dilution you can say 0.1% will give you 71.5. Again, this 71.5 reading is not possible because maximum absorbance in most of the UV is 0 to 4. So you have to adjust your dilution in such a way that you will get a reading between that. More specific is 0.2 to 0.8 you should get the reading. Now how you will come further? 0.1% is 715, 0.1% is 71.5. Further you go, not 1% is 7.15, which is again not possible. Still further you go, 0.001 will give you 0.715 reading. So this is the perfect way of concentration which is within the range. This means we are going to prepare 0.001% solution of paracetamol which will give you 0.715 reading. Now 0.001% means how much? That will come into the picture. How you are going to prepare it? That we will consider in next chapter with more detail and the calculation how